To begin this series of giving quick summaries of my work on the Still Not a Master mod, I will be recounting the changes I made to Valor form in a fake British/Australian accent, as my own brain cannot keep up with what fake impression I want to do. Going into this, I knew Valor form would need the most work done on it out of the forms, ironic because it has the least animations and options. I begin by going through the frame data on all of his moves and increasing how fast you can combo. Each of Valor form's attacks appear to add 0.5 revenge value per hit, so I allow the player to continue a combo after just the first hit of the Keyblade if they want, giving them some amount of freestyling. The next change is to give the form free movement on all of its attacks. Valor form's ground speed allows it to move nice distances with this change, as that is what free movement is based on. In a twist of irony, the form meant to go in is really good at running away. After this, I decided to give Valor Sora the freedom to cancel out of its attacks at the same time it would be able to combo with either regular movement or jumping, as one of Valor Sora's only escape tools is actually just the fact that it can jump really high. But suddenly, I encounter a major problem. Alright. Give me the big combo. You missed! You're such trash! Why did you miss? I'm gonna disjoint the fuck out of that hitbox, dude. As it turns out, Valor form's basic ground attack does not work on account of the fact that the animation internally rotates Sora on the second swing rather than the game engine itself. Trying to make him perfectly rotate with the engine property itself will make him swing away from the opponent. I could in theory edit the animation itself and re-import it back into the game, but given that I want to potentially port this mod to the PC version, and the PC version's track record of randomly crashing even from moveset changes that don't edit the animation data at all, such as my Venus's Chaos Leap, I decide against it. I instead decide that the simplest solution is to give the second Keyblade a disjoint on the swing. I then buff the square properties of Valor form in two ways. In Valor form, you can normally use square to immediately use the single target finisher after an attack, but only if you actually manage to land a hit in the form with no reliable way to get close to an attacking enemy. You can now use the square trigger for this even if you miss Valor form's basic attack. For the single target finishers in general, I give Valor form invincibility frames on these specific attacks, allowing for it to actually approach enemies or even parry them while continuing its attack. I then signify this by making him glow red during these attacks, allowing me to inflict subtle fear on the people who are afraid I will make Sora's moveset have huge effects for all of his attacks on it. Finally, to help accentuate that Valor Sora is actually gained from drawing power from the Disney property that has canonically fucked more people than there are characters in Kingdom Hearts, and that said person who fucks was given a shield to parry well, I decide to give all of his basic attacks a disjointed guard hitbox, setting him into a recoil state that also has some invincibility frames, thereby completing all of the changes done to Valor Sora, who despite getting completely buffed across the board to enhance all of his strengths and even retain the original design of what he was based on, still isn't very good.